Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Hero Insight. I'm George, and I'm here with my brilliant co-host, Emma. Today's topic is hotter than the weather outside, literally.
Hi, George. It really is, because today we're diving into water, but we're not talking about a pool party. We're talking about how the new economy is diverting water resources from the people to feed the GDP. Sounds a bit intense, doesn't it?
Whoa, that sounds like a plot from a sci-fi movie. But wait, data from 2025 shows that big tech companies' water usage jumped by over 34% in just a few years? What on earth are they doing with all that water, Emma?
Cooling, George. Imagine those massive data centers processing AI and cloud computing. They run 24/7. They get incredibly hot. The Brookings Institution says a single large data center can use up to 5 million gallons of water a day. That's the same amount of water used by a city of 50,000 people.
Good grief! 5 million gallons? So what happens to the agricultural sector, the foundation of our lives? When water is limited, who has to make the sacrifice?
That's the catch. In policy terms, agriculture is often seen as having more temporal flexibility. Basically, if water is low, crops might grow a bit slower or we can delay planting, supposedly. But for the digital world, if a data center overheats and shuts down, the global economy faces an immediate systemic risk. So, governments often prioritize the GDP-driving sector first.
Ah, I see. So computers aren't allowed to overheat, but people are allowed to be hungry. And the water these tech factories need isn't just regular river water. It has to be ultra pure. Producing just 1 kilogram of green hydrogen takes 52 liters of water. This supply cannot be interrupted or costs skyrocket. It creates this massive shared basin pressure where everyone is fighting for the same drop.
Exactly, and it's going to get even more critical between 2026 and 2036. We're entering the era of truly extreme weather. By the second half of 2026, we're looking at a possible super El Niño. That means severe droughts in Southeast Asia and Australia, along with heat waves that could be 2 to 5 times more intense.
That's a nightmare. The breaking point is when peak demand hits, right? It's sweltering hot. People, crops, and machines all need water at the exact same time, which just happens to be when the water supply is at its lowest. This creates insane pressure on water allocation. If we don't have a solid plan, farming costs will soar and food security will be in serious trouble.
Precisely. That's why moving towards net zero or a digital economy must go hand in hand with a proactive water strategy. One key strategy is resource zoning to create a clear decoupling of water systems.
Decoupling systems? How does that work, Emma?
For example, the government and the private sector should encourage new industrial bases to set up in coastal areas. Why? Because they can access desalination technology and renewable energy directly from the sea. This reduces the burden on inland freshwater basins, protecting the main water sources for the public and traditional farmers.
Oh, so let the factories get their water from the ocean and leave the canal water for the farmers. Plus, we could use a resource priority layer system during crises, right? To ensure that the basic needs of the people come first, while the high-tech sector secures its own stability through backup plans or private infrastructure.
Spot on. If we manage the system this way, resource anxiety turns into a symbiotic growth between the old economy and the industries of the future. Otherwise, we face food energy inflation. The World Bank warns that by 2030, the global water gap could hit 40%. We might have clean energy and fancy AI, but no food we can actually afford.
Wow. And looking at geopolitics, international river basins like the Mekong or the Indus are becoming strategic assets. It's not just about water anymore. It's about national security.
It really is. Water is the new trigger for conflict. But in the darkness, there's light. The same tech that eats all that water can also be the solution through smart water grids.
Right, using IoT and AI to detect leaks. Currently, 30 to 50% of the world's water is lost through leaky pipes. If we fix that, it's a game changer. Plus, there's precision agriculture, using satellites to help farmers use less water but get more yield.
Exactly. In the end, it's not about choosing between economy or food security. It's about designing a system where both can thrive together when resources are tight.
Crystal clear, Emma. We need to grow smart, not just grow thirsty and forget the people behind us. For anyone wanting the deep dive stats on data center water consumption or proactive water strategies, head over to herothailand.com. That's all from us today. See ya.
Goodbye.